Okay, guys and gals, welcome. I'm still flipping through things here to get everything set up the right way. And sorry, Tom, I guess somebody beat you to it. And I'm not sure if it was Bree, but she's pretty fast sometimes with those kinds of things. So, but I'm not going to accuse her of it. So we'll never know. I know I didn't do it, so anyway, very good evening, everyone, and welcome to day 31 of the Icelandic volcano eruption. I'm glad you guys are here and coming in to see. Don't have super new data right now, but doing pretty good here. Okay, and I should say hello to some of the people here. Welcome, Tom. Nice to have you back in here. Rob, RLC, right on. Glad to have you here. Ziho, welcome. Daryl Spurlock, hello again from Missouri. Yes, welcome back from Missouri. Missouri, isn't that the show me state? Yeah, Missouri, the show me state. Anyway, let's see who else. Frank McLeod. Hi, Dr. Fox. Cynthia led me to your channel. Okay, well, Cynthia sounds pretty smart, so I don't think she steered you to the wrong place. This is pretty cool stuff, so. Let's see, who else is here? Steve Penland, looks great, thank you. There's 24/7 AZ Skies, was not me. Hey, Gary, are you okay? If it wasn't you, then we're not sure who it was. Ziho again, Tom, Maggie Crumpacker, hello. And Johan is back from Iceland. Glad to have someone from Iceland back in here. Great stuff. Okay, so anyway, we'll get into things. So far, I think most of you guys know who I am, so I'm not going to give you that ramble right off the bat. Please remember to thumbs up and share, okay? Actually, I got one of the messages that I got was somebody saying, how come you're begging for thumbs up all the time? Well, I don't know, if maybe that individual doesn't understand how YouTube ratings work and how the algorithms see the like numbers go up and then you get better ratings and stuff like that. So it's like any sales job. You do what you need to do to make things happen. Anyway, we'll kind of chuckle with that. Let's see. Mike Corey, welcome back. One of the north vents quit working. Okay, is that the... I think that would have been Ulf or Flo. So, what's up, Doc? Yeah, smarty. Smart guy. But thanks for coming, guys. Do appreciate having you all here, and it's really cool. Of course, it's Monday, the 19th of April here. If you're across that date line, it might be the 20th already, but we're still on day 31 of the eruption, and I think we still have another well, just about an hour to go in really in day 31, then it turns to 32, but we'll call it what we'll, just 31. Sheila is back, welcome back, and Lexter Dexter, North Cone has stopped, no lava flow. Okay, so that would have been flow that stopped, if that's the north one. So we probably have more stuff coming from these two in the middle here, from Sif and Hell, as they call them, which is looking pretty awesome right now. But you know, when you're looking at that though, I don't think their combined output is all that much. They may be hitting 3 or 4 cubic meters per second coming out of there between the two of them. You know, because otherwise that hill would have been completely full already. But looks pretty awesome, and then we can see the other two in the background there, and that looks like Nar and Rag on the right-hand side. That's the camera shot that they're giving us from this angle tonight, so real cool. Let's see, a few others came in here. JCam, it will never stop. We don't know if it'll ever stop. It may just go back and forth from vent to vent. We'll see what it does, because it did kind of shut down that one day a while back, and next day it was going great guns again. So, and then we had even more activity. So, well, really don't know what's to come. But I mean, if that northern vent, which is flow, has shut down, then the flow predictability is probably going to change as to the pattern of what's going to fill up Meridalish on the northeast side there. So paths-wise is what I'm kind of sort of referring to. So it's going to be interesting. And let's see who else is in here. Sorry, I had to turn the mic off. I had to sneeze for some reason. It's kind of windy here today and a little bit dusty, and I don't know, some kind of allergy or something happening. CND boy, glad to have you here. Thanks for coming along. Let's see. Okay, Thomas P., welcome back. Glad to see you here. And we're looking at the fire. I want to see if I can flip through the other ones here a little bit closer. Oh, no, they're moving the camera. Hang on, let me go back there. Where was I? Yeah, they moved it over a bit. Okay, I see what they did. They moved the camera over on us just a little bit. And so what we are seeing now on the right-hand side is we're seeing Bob. And Bob is smoking out of the big one. And Bob Jr. looks like he's starting to build the cone up a little bit. And this is something that I had mentioned before. If it slows down a little bit and is allowed to sit and simmer and just throw little bits out at a time, that builds up and cools off, and that cone will build up again, right? So if they've blown out a good chunk of it, this is a way of rebuilding it. Thank you, Daryl. Kim, this is not a food fight, Kim. No burgers here, okay? No, Tom, don't encourage him. Oh, you guys. No food fight, please. We'll leave that alone. Anyway, I was looking for my other... oh, there it is. There it is. With a few water droplets on the camera lens, of course, but this is the backside view. And off on the left is where Bob is, and then we can see Rag and Nar fairly well, just about center there. And then it appears to be Sif and Hell. And we're not seeing Ulf or Flo in these shots, so it's kind of makes a guy wonder what's going on there. So Anyway, we'll throw you back to the other one here, and it looks pretty cool. So we've had a bunch of other people come in, and I just want to say welcome to everyone. Now that we do have a bunch of people, possibly some new ones. So I am DrFox2000, your host. I am an amateur geologist, as well as I am a prospector. I love going out hunting for gold and things like that, gemstones, etc. Anyway, I do like streaming, and I like volcanoes, like plate tectonics, all that nice stuff. And who can't love this? The stream basically is, I don't claim to be an expert. We do have some people that are much smarter than I am in the chat, and we can always get some information, and the like. We'll see what we need, and we'll go through some of the graphics and charts and stuff, and kind of review what's going on right now. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, so welcome everyone, and we're going hard. Let's see. Doc is a geodude. I say this in response to Doc every time. Okay. Well, I am in a way. Actually, those geos, the ones with the nice crystals inside, I've been hunting for a decent geo for a long time, and I have yet to find one. I'm just, everybody else finds these good ones, and I just get a rock with a couple of little crystals in it, and just it doesn't look good. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Anyway. Oh, okay. Sharon Price, thank you. The cameras have our names come up over them all from the last night. Bob, etc. Cool. Cool. I think. Okay. Yeah. What I was doing, Sharon, is I was just labeling what is where, so people would know roughly where these things are located and how they're situated. And I will be going through that in probably about 15 minutes. I don't want to do it too many times today, but we'll give you a better sense of where everything is at, and the flow, and what we're predicting, what actuality is, that kind of thing. So it's worthwhile to stick around and watch it, and it looks cool on the screen anyway. And the video, of course, is a little bit fuzzy because it being nighttime, and you're trying to pick up the really hot, glowy things that cameras have a little bit of a hard time with that. So. And it is 11:15 or 16 p.m. or 23:16 in Iceland right now. So we are getting close to starting a new day. Just sent you a new flow map. Used my big boy pants this time. Read email before presenting. Okay, I will do that on my little break when I do take one. And thanks, Rob, for shooting that off. Yeah, just checked my lightning fast email, and it didn't show anything yet. But I'm sure it will. Okay, now it says there's one here, but I don't see it. Okay, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's just me going live. Okay, well, I'm sure it'll get to you in a few more microns. It should be blasting its way through. Let's see, who else? They thought of eating pork block cubes out of shut your stomach. What? Ugh. Kim, easy, okay? let's back off from that. This is a family channel. Anyway, guys, if it did indeed stop up at the flow on the north end of this big long fissure, we may be seeing a little bit more activity come back this way if it restarts or gives a little extra pressure. And 16 files this time. Brace yourself. Holy mackerel, 16 files? Oh, hey, this is only a 2-hour stream. Okay, I've got the email on here, so that may be why it's taken a little longer to get here. They had to invoke a few more electrons or something. We'll see what it looks like, though, and definitely give it a shot. I really love the pattern that it's developed there on the side of the hill. You know, it really looks like lava flow, man. It's cool. Okay. All right. Well, I will definitely be seeing it once it gets here. And we'll have a look. Yeah, not here yet. At least the electrons said no. How big of files were they? Just to make sure. I think we cap out at about 15 megs or something like that. So hopefully it's not larger than that. I think it's shown as 15 megs. Not 100% sure. Let's see. Somebody else in here? No. I'm trying to help Daryl to not feel so hungry. There are recipes that involve that stuff. Oh. Daryl, don't listen to him. Just watch the volcano. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Anyway, it does look pretty awesome. And I often think of there's a method that they use with electricity to create arc patterns on wood boards, and then they fill it with resin, and that's kind of what this is reminding me of. And you know, they use golden colored resins and red resins mixed together. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think they restricted Rob. At least that's what I used to have as 15 megs, and I'm not sure. Yeah, because it's not showing up here, so it's maybe sitting there in Neverland, going, nope, not working. But if you want to break it up a little, that's fine. Welcome back, MG. Glad to have you here. Hi, Joseph. Welcome. And hopefully we'll get everything else happening. So, just flipping through everything real fast. We'll go look at the backside again. And where are we here? There we are. That's looking pretty awesome back here too. From this side, hell is glowing pretty good on the right hand side. And what we don't see from the opposite view is the amount of lava that's flowing back out of Rag and it looks like both what's coming out of Rag and Nar, looks like both of those are flowing to the back. Not 100% sure though, so we will look at the front a little bit more and see if that kind of reveals anything. Yeah, we don't see anything here in the center area, and I'm gonna scribble on the screen here, here in front of them. Oh, hey, that looks kind of funky. Oh, let's get rid of that. Clean that whiteboard off. Okay. Yeah, 2 eyeballs. So those two, this is Nar, and this was Rag, and this one was Bob over here. Oh, this is actually Junior, and JR, and then the smoker right here, that's Bob, and this is Sif, and this was Hell. Just so you have an understanding of where they're laid out, and the lack of flow towards this side in the center area there, where Nar and Rag are, you know, is a pretty good indicator. And you can see in that shot in the background here, you can see the stuff back there flowing away. And then I'm not sure how much is still coming out of Bob right now, or if he's just in a rebuild mode, but we do see some glow here, so obviously there has to be some output. But right now, you know, compared to what we had before, between all of them, I don't think there's, you know, that much output anymore. Maybe 5 or 6 cubic meters per second in total for all of them, rather than pushing up to 10 or 12 when everything else was going on. So, okay, let me get back into the stream here. 3 separate messages sent. Okay, thanks, Rob. I'll have a look. Okay. Gave me 10 million and 10 million to 15 million cubic meters so far. Yeah, smoking joking, that probably is in the ballpark. Okay, if you simply multiply it out, average 5 meters per second, or cubic meters per second, over 31 days, I'm sure you can come up with the number. So that's a lot of millions of cubic meters. But the valley itself, to what they call the a mean or level, was only supposed to hold 6.4 or 6.6, which is fine. Million cubic meters, that is. And then, of course, the one to the northeast there, Meridalish, was 7.7 million cubic meters. Now, because of the outflow that's already happening, we know that it's definitely pushing some of that out already. So if they're saying you know, over 10 million cubic meters have come out of there and is moving, you know, I would be thinking 10 to 15 million cubic meters is probably dead on as far as, well, that's a pretty big range, but still it's a in that ballpark. It may be on the higher, we might be on the higher side of that area. If you're looking at the 15, if you add in everything that came out of from the flow end and went down into Meridalish in that direction already, right? So volume-wise, yeah, And if this thing keeps going, even at this rate, like the whole works, the levels are going up. And I was looking at it earlier here today, and of course they had their several snowstorms in between here and everything else. So trying to get a view sometimes was just about impossible. But it looked pretty interesting, and it looked like it was pretty steady flowing so far. With this particular scene. So this is what I was seeing. I thought, yeah, this is going to be like this all day, and indeed it is. So we're doing good. Anyway, I've been yakking here about 29 minutes, or no, not quite, 27 minutes. But what I am going to do is I am going to take a break because I wanted to do this at 15 minutes, but we're stretching it out a little bit more. And RLC has sent me those, and I want to see if, yes, I have email coming in, so I'm going to have a look at what he sent. I got to read through that real quick, and then I will get back on the microphone afterwards, and then we will go through a little bit of a presentation to see how things look. So hang tight, guys. Give me a 5 to 7 minutes or so because I gotta do a little digging and we'll get things set up. Before we go, I want to have one quick peek to the backside here, and it is still looking pretty awesome. Okay. Yep. I like it. Okay. We'll throw it back on the front. For now. Okay, we'll leave it there, and I will be back in a few minutes, guys. Thank you very much, and don't go away. We'll see you shortly. Okay, guys and girls, I'm back, and that is the first one that we're going to bring up right away. But I'm going to switch it back here, and I want to load up the rest of them, and then we'll get right at it. Now, these are Rob's own creation. He has a guy, if you want to kind of sort of. Anyway, we're going to get into this. This actually looks pretty cool. I went through these real quick, so it's going to take me a few minutes here just to set these up and get them into the software. So into the streaming stuff. This is actually pretty good stuff. So. We'll get into that in a few minutes here. So, yes, Jeffrey, the doctor is in. The doctor's actually really busy. The doctor's working on this stuff. So, he's in split screen mode and working like a banshee trying to get these things loaded up. Now that he's got them retrieved, moved, and now he just needs to load one after another and make sure that he gets all of them set up in the right place. So we will see. But anyway, while we're talking about that, welcome all you guys. I am DrFox2000. I'm an amateur geologist as well as prospector. Things like gold and dead volcanoes are usually my forte rather than live ones. But I love looking at the streams of lava and eruptions, things like that. So it's all cool, guys. And yeah, when you're looking at that, that's a pretty awesome show. So what you're seeing on the screen from right to left, and I'll label them later, but you're seeing Bob on the right, and then a little bit more action out of Rag, which is the shorter of the two kind of climbing up there, and Nar's the next one up, just about dead center of the screen, and then the first really bright one that we go to next on the left side here is Sif, and then we have Hell as the furthest on the left. So those all seem to be very active. Yeah, he threw me a curveball. But it's Rob, very good material. And to answer your other question, yes, go ahead in the emails. That's fine. I have no problem with that, since that's the real McCoy. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna keep loading here. So if you hear me mumbling, that's what I'm doing. And yes, I'm going as quick as I can, guys, trying to get these loaded up. I may do it in two segments here to continue with what I'm doing. So anyway, still working on it. Let's see. There we go. Fun. Okay, guys, be careful with that pyromania on the in the chat there. Anyway, we're working on things. So those new people that have just joined us, just so you know what I'm working on something right now to load up some other images. I will be chatting and going through these right away. So if you don't hear me talking, that is why. You might hear clicking and heavy breathing and stuff, but we should all be good. And yep. Looks good. Jeffrey Anderson, welcome. Gino, welcome. MG, I think I said welcome already. Brian Crown, welcome. All you new people there, I will be in there pretty darn quick, so give me a little bit. I have a few more files to load here, and we'll see what we can come up with right away. Now, a lot of this stuff we typically, you know, a guy would do before the stream, but I work all day long, so I'm kind of stuck with what I got to do, right? Nevertheless, we'll get all this worked out. MG, that line that you're seeing between Bob and Hell, the one in further back, that's what's flowing out of Rag and Nar. the stuff in the foreground, the little stuff, that's what's coming out of Bob from the looks of things. Just so you have that. But I got to keep going here. And Rob RLC, just so you know, I really haven't tried putting this many images in one shot on here, so we'll see how this works out into one presentation. I'm not sure if there's a restriction or not, but well, we'll give it a whirl here right away. See how that works. No, it won't do them in one shot, and that's something I'm not liking about this software, because there should be a way to do it, but apparently you have to do one file at a time to set it up. It doesn't allow you to do multiples in there. But it's okay. I'm just about there, so we'll get them in, and then we can go through them. And I do like what I'm seeing, and it's going to be actually very good. So okay. Okay, just about there, guys, and then we'll get with it. You cannot just share screen and scroll. No, I'm putting them into the software here, so into the XSplit software, loading up a scene, if you will, and just about there, guys, so bear with me. Okay, and we are, so I am going to Bob. If your fingers are smoking like Bob, then man, that's gonna hurt. I know mine were pretty sore today. That's doing things up on ladders again. Okay, so guys, I am going to try this. We'll see if we can give this kind of a shot with the presentation here. So our first is basically a basic elevation map, and that kind of shows us where we're at. I'm going to actually see, I didn't load up my scribbler thingy here, my whiteboard, as I say. I'm gonna try that. Have to change the color on the whiteboard, of course, and we'll make that black today. So, of course, for those who can't really tell right off the bat, Bob is sitting in here, and I'm gonna make that line a little thicker, okay? And our trail of guys are basically out here. So that's the yellow line outlining all this. That's the safety zone that gets cordoned off at nighttime. So it's pretty good. Anyway, it tells you what's what, and I can't quite read the elevations on the peaks there. A little too small for my eyes on this particular view here. If I blow it up, I don't think those are elevations, or are they? 350 meters, 272 meters, possibly. Anyway, going to clear that off. We'll go to the next image, and bear with me here. I got a long list of images to go through. And here's your basic pre-eruption base map. Okay, includes vents and fissures. So through here you can see what I was just describing, where everything is laying within that safety zone, and it's a pretty good shot there. So we'll go to the next picture. Let's see, on the channel of Daily Ice, I see a third map where the northern cone is visible as shut down. Yes, the top vent or flow is not working, or has basically shut down. Okay, and this is kind of a pre-eruption map or base map. I should have actually thrown the those two in reverse there. Let's see. Yeah, he's got them labeled as 0, 0, and then 1. Okay, well, I'm going in the right order. Anyway, pre-eruption base map. Then we'll go on to here is Bob north and Bob south, if you will, and the original flow patterns that were coming out of them. And we'll move on to the next slide. A 3D map, yes. Topographical. Like we said, Rob's got a guy, you know. It's all cool. And here is the lava flow, Bob north and Bob south. All right. 12 mubbles. I can't talk today. Got my merds wixed. Okay, we can go into the next one. So this shows the flow. And I guess, okay, with the dates, of course, if you're following through on the dates, that's what you can see there, right? This was on the 23rd, and then as we move along, this is how much it increased to the 26th. So it's showing where it progressively filled things up, and you can see, you know, on the 26th already it was starting to lap into the adjacent areas already. And as we keep going, the 29th, it's headed further south, and the levels are getting higher within the valley floor. And as we progress and we get to the 30th, it's elevated a little bit more, but not quite completely full yet. Then we're getting further in here, 31st. You see the increase, less of a little island in there. Sort down of third map, overlay in the next view. We may need to rehearse before going live. Yeah, actually, we probably should. Anyway, this is showing the expansion of the lava flow over the days, kind of thing. And here's the 5th of April, where vent 2 or flow in the north started, and you can see that flowing down into Meridalish. You can see the newer level in our original valley. It increased, but not by much. And that little island hill that's beside Bob there is starting to get covered up. Okay, and then we can go to the next one. And here's on the 6th of April, the flow. And again, Bob really hasn't increased too much at that point in time. Just the elevation has come up slightly. Flow has definitely increased with what it dumped into Meridalish. So it was a lot more active. So that was on the 6th of April. So as we continue on, here we are on the 7th of April, and that's when we had our extra fissures open up, or the fissure cracked open in a bunch more spots, or started venting, if you will. And that's when I believe Sif opened up, and we had a couple other little cracks opening up there. So, but Sif definitely opened up then, and the flow from Sif was coming back into the original valley, as well as pumping a little bit over into the other side, I think. Did somehow, while watching news in the UK, bit distracted. Okay. So anyway, from the 7th, let's move on to the next one here, the 10th. Okay. And that shows the increase in areas covered. You now see stuff on the opposite side here, and of course the outflow. Not too much new in here, but you definitely see that increase on that filling up the little valley here. So that's going to bring the level out. And also, if you go look at the south end, you see a little bit of a tongue out there. So that was on the 10th, right? So we'll clear that, and we'll move on to the next one. And this would be, no, hang on. There we go. On the 18th, and this is where we're showing vents 5, 6, and 7 popped up, and that's our little Ragnar and hang on, is it Ragnar and Hell? I thought showed up. Sif was already there, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, he did it while he was eating cheesies, watching news, and drinking beer. Multi-talented man. And measuring elevations at the same time. Okay. Right on. This stuff is great, Rob. Really, it is. And we'll get to the last one here. This is the satellite view, and I think this is a very nice view. This is from today, and it shows you the actual layout of where the lava flow has gotten to. So, to me, this is just awesome, this shot right here. And you can see pretty much everything that's happened or transpired, you know, from a higher up area. Excellent job, Rob. This one is the one that I like the most. Very, very cool. So, Rob is a hell of a guy. Yeah, Rob did an absolutely super job putting these together, and thank you very much, bro. I really appreciate it. That's cool. So, yeah, just to look at that for a minute, that really shows how it's filling up. It's filled up this corner over here. This little island is all that's left here. Down on the south end, the outflow. It's going to be interesting to see which path it takes here. Probably down the little coulee. But we'll see what happens. I'll scribble that off real quick. And this area is really fanning out here. And of course it's going to build up a little bit. So I don't know if it's going to head on down here or maybe, where is it? Trying to see the actual elevation lines here to see where it may go. So, or it could head down, I guess, down here. So, or to the northeast and back into Mirandelish. So anyway, this is pretty awesome stuff, and really do appreciate it, Rob. This is. I'll let my mom know. Yeah. Well, lots of lava flowing. Okay. So, yep, excellent work, RLC. And what we'll do now, though, is we will go back to our volcano and see some live fire action. And this is pretty cool. She already knows. Okay, please give a special shout out to the guys at the National Land Survey. Met with a few of them last night. Met with a few of them last time I was in Iceland. They helped me produce maps. Excellent. So, yes, absolutely. National Land Survey guys. They get a big shout out, a big check mark. Job well done. Let's see if we can put a big check mark on the screen. We'll do that. Maybe I have to get rid of that and then do that again. I can do it. I can do it. I got to change the color on my whiteboard because it went to black. There. Big check mark for the guys out at the National Land Surveys. Appreciate it, Rob, and pass along good news and good vibes to them. Excellent work. Really, really cool stuff. Thank you. On behalf of everyone. So, great stuff. And I see a few others came in. Carla, welcome. Glad you could make it. Okay, so we'll give them another shout out in a little while here. But I'm going to have to take a few minutes break. My throat is starting to hurt a bit, so I will be back, guys, and thanks, Rob, for the awesome maps. That really does help. Anyway, guys, just before I take my quick break, I am DrFox2000. Call me Doc for short. I'm an amateur geologist as well as a prospector. You typically out hunting for gold and precious stones, that kind of thing. Do have a fascination and interest in lava and volcanoes. Usually dead volcanoes. They're a little cooler. Uh, and I like things like plate tectonics and all that nice stuff. So we're here basically to share them with you. Rob has been very gracious, RLC, very gracious to pass along these maps. And big kudos and shout out to the National Land Surveys guys. They've done an excellent job there as well. And that's who I am, what I am, and that's what those guys are. And if you like the stream, please do give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this good stuff, you might want to click that subscribe button as well. And I will leave it there for a few minutes while I go tend to my throat. I will be back. Thank you. Okay, guys and girls, I am back. And yes, Arizona Snowman is indeed a real human being. Um, he's in here doing his thing, and he's doing a fine job. Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate it. And yes, he's very much a human, guys. So it's all cool. Anyway, since I'm back, I see numbers have changed a little bit. Just want to throw it in here. I am DrFox2000, your host. I'm an amateur geologist and a prospector. I enjoy this kind of stuff. So showing you guys some of the stuff with some help from some very good map makers, etc. And participating with the audience, of course. So I don't claim to be any kind of an expert, but if you guys want to throw in some corrections or assessments or whatever you want to do, by all means, you can do that. We don't mind criticisms in that sense. If we stick to the subject matter, we should be cool. So anyway, we did look at those other all the maps there, which was really cool as far as flows and so on. Right now, Soul Rock. Doc is a Soul Rock. Okay. Anyway, the backside view is what we're looking at right now. And just about dead center in your screen there is NAR, and then we've got SIF up on the hill, and we can't see the ejecta from hell as much on this view, and that is the one that's on the right side. So if I do a little scribble on the screen, so there's hell, this is SIF, this is NAR, and this is RAG over here. So Bob is sitting over here. Okay. And then, of course, we cannot see Wolf or Flo, and Flo has stopped her flow. So we're going to see what happens on this side of the board. This view is really heating up. Yes, actually it is. It's starting to. And it could get just like the other side. So we'll see what happens in the foreground. I'm waiting to see some lava flows coming out of here. So that'll be pretty cool. But SIF is pumping it out fairly well. And who's not human? Where are you from? You mean glow? What? No, flow isn't flowing. Well, flow is the furthest one to the, I guess we call it the northwest, if you will. And it's no longer flowing. So let's see, what else? I'm trying to keep up to the chat here, and there's so many things that were said. It makes it hard to read what everybody's going here. Okay. Contour maps, ordnance, survey, okay, live, doesn't much, what? Doesn't get much better, early morning sex. Oh, Tony. That's really, okay, we'll leave that alone. Okay. Anyway, we did want to go over a couple of the other lines of issues here. So let me get those set up real quick. And we'll have a peek at a few other things. So, having seen all those topographical maps, this is a little bit more on the basic side. This is the depiction of the where the mid-Atlantic ridge is actually flowing through Iceland, roughly. And you can see on the right-hand side the Eurasian plate, which is pulling in that direction or going to the right, and the North American plate basically moving west or to the left in this particular picture. We are roughly underneath the B of RVB, or Radio Victor Bravo, or I think it's Reykjavik Volcanic basalt or basin or something. Anyway, over under the B, RVB, right underneath the B there somewhere on the line. So that would give you a little bit of a better idea where that is at. And I wanted to throw this one back up here. This is the predicted flow. It's a couple days old now, so it's still indicating basically what we're doing and where the prediction may head off. At the southern point, we didn't see much of an increase there, so this kind of sort of helps you out a little bit as to where it may be going, right? But if we go back to the that satellite shot, just to do a little comparison, and I'll push that one back live real quick. There we go. You can kind of tell the difference from one to the other. So we've got a little bit more lava flow indicated down on the south end, and the fan in the east is getting much bigger. So very, very cool. Let's see what else I wanted to get back in, and there's a few in here that I still wanted to look at. Okay, that one is getting old, so I won't do that one. Whoop. I gotta get rid of some of these other ones. What I'm looking at. There, this one. Okay, so we'll shoot this one back up, and this hasn't changed any. It still shows you where everything is located, and this is more of a view from the south, looking kind of, I guess we're pretty much north for the most part. So gives you a little bit more of an idea of how everything is laid out. If you've seen those other charts earlier, that's really, really great stuff. It takes a little bit of time to go through them though. So it is very, very cool to see all this. And we're going to throw you back to the volcano, not into the volcano, but back to the volcano. If I get the right one, and I will put the front view back on. So there we go. There's the front side of things, and we'll leave that on for a few minutes. It really is cooking there. Love those lava flows right out in front. Okay, so now I'm going to try to pay attention to the chat a little bit. And see what's going on. Okay. BB's doing fine. She's pregnant. We're gonna have BB bunnies. Just don't know where she's gonna have them, but we'll figure it out. So give it time. I'm sure she'll bring them along when they're old enough to venture out of the den. Okay, but she still looks pregnant right now, so I don't think she's had them yet. Okay. 3D image again. Which one did you want to see, Doc Black? The Let's see if I can bring that back up here. I think it was the last one that I showed. Is this the one that you were referring to, Doc Black? If I've got that right, is that the one you wanted? Okay, I'm not sure if. Yes, that's the one. Okay, so that should give you a pretty good idea of where we are in relation to. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, all right, I'm going to get back to the volcano though. Or do you still need to see that up? Um, okay, Carla, we can discuss that later. Right now, we're going to keep it to a volcano stream here. Head of the. Have a look in the new maps. Okay, so if we were looking at this other one here, I think this may be the one that you're referring to. The satellite shot. Um, or did I miss something? Okay. Okay, it's good. Okay. I'm confused, honestly. I missed what was going on. Probably you guys were talking about something else while I was rambling on and looking at views and things here, trying to get things lined up. So we'll get put the actual volcano back on here. Oh, the upside down V. Yep, down on the bottom. Um, Let me just go back into. Oop, that's gonna ruin it. Hang on, I'll put it back. There we go. Um, you're talking about. Whoa, why is my whiteboard not working? This guy down here. This is what I think you were referring to. Okay, we'll clear that off. Further down still, okay. Was it on one of the other maps? I'm just trying to think. Which one are we talking about? It's hard to keep track. Lots of juggling of comments. I lost the ability to multitask 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm I'm good at stuff. It's just I gotta stick to one thing at a time. Oh man. Blue is a moderator, correct? Yes, Blue is a moderator, Tom. Same slide, bottom. I can't see any more on the bottom. That's as far as the picture will show me. If we go back to the very bottom one, this is the pre-eruption. Let's see. Bottom right of oh, you're talking about down here. Okay. I have a hard time seeing that, so but that's you're down there. All right. I had to make the screen bigger to be able to see that. Okay. Upside down V at 56 minutes. Yeah, I can't see the marking so well on the screen because it does scrunch it down and hard to see. Okay. Next to that. So you're thinking we're going to get down in here somewhere. So yeah, when we look at that one, if we go back to where's our other picture here, this one here. So if, the whiteboard will allow me. Hang on, the whiteboard is not allowing me. Copy, remove, paste, and let's see if it'll work now. So, oh, it's a very fine line. No, it's not giving me a whiteboard. Thick yellow. I want a thick black, maybe. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. For some reason, my mouse isn't allowing me to draw on this, but yeah. So let me see if I can bring one of the other ones up. That kind of depicts that. Just give me a minute here, and we had a little wider shot before that we could look at out of the other ones, and I can kind of surmise that. I'll put it back on our screen for now, on the Volcano, while I look that up real quick, and I will find out where I have that. Okay, we can use this one here. So this was one of the other prediction maps that you had sent me. And I should be able to scribble on this one. Let's see if we can. Go back to classic mode here. And let's see if my coloring stick will work. Okay, and need to make that black. Oop. Yeah, thick and black. Okay, so yeah, so what? Oh, the darn thing isn't working for me. I'm gonna re-add it here. Widgets and gadgets. Okay, whiteboard. There. Okay. Thick, and we'll make it black. Okay, so in here now, if I have this correct, so what you're thinking is it could flow out this way and fill up this valley. Okay, this is what I'm thinking, what you're getting at. So if we don't get the flow into Maradalish in the north, it's going to end up coming down south, right? So I'm thinking that's what you're trying to get across. Jeffrey, that oceanfront property is selling like hotcakes. Get your money out. It's awesome. So once it does fill that valley up, then it's probably going to go there, right? That's the only path I can see what's happening. Now, we also, when we were talking about that, what I've seen before, though, and what you have in the outline here, and I'm going to get rid of my scribbles and throw another scenario in here, that if this area fills up, we may have a pour over here, right? And again, what I was saying before about dams and blockages, you never know what happens with this, but it could happen. So could go that way as well as other ways. But you never know. But yeah, that would probably be the most likely flow pattern, is to go down here. If we don't get it flowing over into Maradalish So this here is kind of the area that we got to keep an eye on. But the fact that this is fanning out, this is going to go this way, right? Not as much likely that way. So anyway, we'll throw back on the volcano, and here's the backside again, guys. And Herver dogs, okay. Next year, yep, new land, new land. Hot, selling like hotcakes. So who's there? Who's in Iceland that's taking down payments? Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, Mr. Big, this is the mbl.is feed, which is basically looking at the backside of, and I'll mark up the screen again just real quick. It should be hell over on this end, on the right side. This will be Sif. This is Nar. And then we've got Rag here. And Bob is way over here with Bob Jr.'s bowl kind of right there. And he's big and bad Bob. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of a layout from this angle of what's where. Make Iceland great again. Actually, Iceland was always great. You know, they had some issues in the past, but hey, it's a decent country that's doing well. So from yeah, from this side, boy, you sure can see Nar and Rag are really pumping some stuff out. I'm gonna take a couple more minutes break, guys. My throat's really starting to get to me here, so I got to do that. I will be back in a couple of minutes. For those who have just joined us or recently joined us, I am DrFox2000. I am an amateur geologist as well as a prospector. Play with dead volcanoes usually, but I love looking at these fireworks coming out of these new guys. Anyway, I'm going to take a few minute break. If you like what you're seeing, stick around for a little bit yet. We got another 15-20 minutes to go before we decide to end the stream. So I will be back, and we'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. Thanks. Okay, guys, I am going to come back on, and thank you for the very good comments that I'm seeing there. Mr. Big B. Yeah, that's the whole idea behind this stream is to have people a little bit interactive, and you know, you go to the other channels, and I'm not trying to knock them, but you know, if all you see is, is something on the screen and there's no narration or anybody talking about it, or describing it or what's happening, or you know, asking those questions, it's always hard to get the real quick answers. Anyway, Rob did send me another layout map here, and this is the little bit more of the coastline. So this is what we were talking about, where the flow will go. So I'm going to push that one live, and there it goes. Okay, so on that one, it's actually looks pretty awesome, but I wanted to see the other satellite view. I lost it. Oh no. Oh, that was in this one. Okay. Oh, I loaded in both. Okay, that is this one. I was in the wrong one, guys. Okay, the satellite image that I want to see is the other one. So, what I'll do is I'll put the satellite one back on real quick, and that kind of gives you the idea where that flow is coming, and what we were saying about the possible path or flow pattern out of the bottom here, where you see this, it's probably going to go down in here. Okay, so if it does go down in there, that's where the other picture comes into play. And let me get rid of that. So that is flowing from about here and coming down this way, and it's going to have to fill up this valley. And I can't remember, I do believe this was the about 4.4 million cubic meters capacity in here before, you know, so this bowl here is about 4.4, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So and that's million cubic meters, meters cubed, or meters like this, whatever, if you want to write it that way. Okay, so that's kind of what we're thinking. It's going to fill that up and work really well, and then from there it's probably going to find its lowest path and make new land. So who wants to buy a lot? We'll start the grid pattern here, and we'll sell individual lots as they become available. All right, put your money down, guys. You could have your name on one of these if you like. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay, so that's pretty awesome, but that does show where it's flowing to, and it'll work out really well. Yeah, it's on. Buy now. Hot deal, hot deal. Okay, let's throw the volcano back on there, because that's actually what we're here to see, right? It's gotten a little blurry on this this view from the front, and I think that's just the heat and the like. Well, the depth of that valley, it's I do believe it was 4.4 million cubic meters. But I'll have to look back in my earlier stuff, and I believe that's what it was, 4.4, 4.3, or somewhere thereabouts. And if that's the case, you know, it's still going to take a reasonable amount of time if we're looking at a flow of 5 cubic meters per 5 million cubic meters. No, 5 cubic meters per second into the 4 million cubic meters. Okay, 4 million. So whatever that works out to. It's going to end up probably being a couple of months before it pours out of there. And again, that is subject to how the lava sits and cools and flows and the like of that, because it could build itself up a nice perch all the way through this valley and just stream out directly into the ocean. But the likelihood of that happening is very minimal. So we'll probably, as soon as it hits the bottom floor of that valley, it's going to fan out very quickly. It's not so much the depth that's significant. It's the steep slope down the cliff. We can expect a lava waterfall if it hits that point. And yeah, actually, if we pop back to that, or not this one, sorry. Yeah, into here. When you're looking at this, you can see the grade lines here, and I'm not sure what each line represents. Is that about 20 meters or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, typically? Or is it larger increments on this map? I can't physically see markings, so but when we look at the lines there, that is pretty steep. So this here, so it'll be like a waterfall or a lava fall. Yeah, it'll look cool. It's kind of like on the other side when it was cutting through the deep valley into Meridalish on that other side. So it's kind of the same scenario, but this is a much larger straight down drop. Well, it's not straight, but it's a very big drop. So we could have something nice there. Quick, somebody go set up a camera and get ready. It's going to happen. May take a month or two, but it's going to happen, depending on where the lava is going to flow, right? Because if we get it flowing off back into Meridalish on the northeast side, that will take a while to fill, because that valley, basically, the capacity was 7.7 million cubic meters. So that would have taken about 3 to 4 months, probably around 4 months to fill up. So anyway, we do have outflow from the original valley, so things are going to get interesting the next few days here to see where things are actually flowing. Now, Bob, not Bob, Rob, no, he sent me something else here. I was going to look at that. Okay. Oh, I see the problem. I see the poor farmer problem. All right, I got to show that one. That is definitely something we want to look at here. So let me load that picture up real quick. Add source, and oh, I guess I should save it first, eh? Getting ahead of myself, guys. Save as, there we go. All right, now we saved it. Now we can pick it up. Okay. And this should work. Okay, layout. I'll have to stretch it just a little to make it fill the screen. All right, so and I will copy that, remove it, and repaste. Then I should be able to use a whiteboard. I'll push this live, and we'll see if you guys see. Now this is on the bottom, down on the very bottom of the valley, where that highway is, and that's a farmer. Farmer's got his land down there on the edge. Maybe he's going to claim the new land, because that lava flow is going to come, if I'm not mistaken, this is the valley here. If I'm not mistaken, the valley floor. Or is it? Kind of looks like where it may squeeze out there. Let's go back to the other picture here, and maybe that'll show me. Oh, we can get rid of that. Clear. All right. Yeah, so if that's coming down here, so what I'm looking at is this little indent here. So let's clear that and go back to the other picture, and turn that back on, and go from there. So yeah, so it's going to be right where that farmer is. Poor farmer. All right, where'd my screen go? I got so many windows open, I don't know what I'm doing. He felt so blessed to have found this nice little flat piece. And it was probably very fertile land too. Oh, the poor guy. Oh. Bob? No. I don't know. He makes his money from the torrent of tourists. Well, yeah, he could be selling lava hotcakes real quick or something to kind of make up for the loss of crops. Oh, you don't think they're okay? So that's Thomas. That's a seasonal place, maybe. He only goes there in the summer. But yeah, that poor guy. If that lava comes down there, he's done for. That nice little green patch is probably nice and flat and easy for the lava to flow right over. Thanks, James. Gape. Welcome. Let's see. Brian Crown. Farmer will have to have a spa in a few years. Yeah, but who was it that said the mafia wouldn't let anyone else open up a spa? And I say that as a joke, guys. To pay respect to the farmer, yeah. No, let's not worry about the poor farmer right now. He's got a little ways to go though, so he may have reprieve till fall. Anyway, I'm gonna throw our volcano back on here, and we'll see what we got. Okay, back to the backside, and that's shooting up some real nice shots. I'm going to take another couple of minutes here. Now, I only wanted to run 2 hours today, but I will run a little bit longer. Because I'm already 4 minutes over, I'll run another 10 minutes here. But give me a few. Voices really starting to get bad. So hang in there, guys. I will be back. And hey guys, while I'm taking my break here, see if we can get those likes up to 100 at least. That would be cool. I'll be back. Okay, guys, gonna come back here for the last few minutes and make sure that everything is cool. And we're looking at the back side. I'm gonna flip it over to the front side, and on the left hand side, you can see hell throwing up quite a bit. Next to hell, which is the second from the left, is Sif. And third from the left, or right in the middle, if you will, of all of them there, that's Nar. And then the lower one is Rag. And then we go over to the right hand side, and we can see Bob over there, or Bob Jr. as we call them. And all that smoke is coming out of Bob, and there's a little tiny little ember in there, so we know Bob has still got some lava inside him there, but he's puffing up a lot of smoke. So if only more people wanted real information. Well, it is good information, and it's amazing. Maybe if you, for tomorrow night's stream, if you guys want to share it out on your community tabs, if you have those, that helps get the word out a little bit, and we can get more people in here. And have a little bit more fun. So it's all cool, and really like what's going on. And having watched this now for 31 days, it is very neat. Surprised Doc with likes. Hi Bree, thank you. I'm glad you came. So anyway, guys, it is very interesting to watch and observe this, and I'm glad that we can, present this. Big thanks to Rob RLC. Did really well with those extra maps there. That's something that is hard to find, and I really do appreciate it, because that sure gives some material here to show you guys where things are going and flowing, and as we keep up on things. Now, speaking of flowing, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm curious as all get out to see if flow will reactivate. It would be interesting to see, but right now what it looks like is Flow and Ulf have basically shut down on the northern end of this big long fissure, and the vents that are still open, of course, from left to right, is Hell, and then Sif, and then stepping down to Nar, Rag, and then Bob over on the right hand side. So that's where we're at, guys, and it is all very cool. And I do have to pack it in very soon here. I got bunny duty and a few other things I need to do, like, eat supper and things like that. A little minor detailed stuff. Anyway, hey, can we get 2 more likes? I want to see if we can push that up to 100, guys. And then that'll be cool. And I am going to put my end screen on basically here. Let's see, where's... and somebody was complaining about that there's things on there like the Icelandic volcano eruption. There was a guy complaining about that it takes up too much space on the screen. Why would I want to do that? Well, everybody does that, so I don't know what the guy's problem was. But anyway, hey, I see they pushed it over. It's 101, so we're 101 proof. Anyway, guys, I'm going to turn on that guy, and I am going to say thank you very much to everyone for coming, and I appreciate it. All of you take care. Tomorrow we'll do another stream at 5 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, or 2300 Icelandic time, or GMT, I guess, is the same thing. So on that friendly note, I will say good night, and take care, everyone, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for coming, and thanks to my mods. Good job.